All right, folks, listen up. We've got the resident Broncos expert on stage and in appearance, Mr. Billy Williams.
How's it going?
How we doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. 8-5 never felt so good, baby.
Baby. All right, tell me why this season is so awesome.
Well, I mean, I've been a Broncos fan since I have pictures that I can't remember. So it's been a long 8 years, 9 years maybe of not being fun. And
I think exactly 9 years.
Is it
I
9?
believe it was 2015 we won the Super Bowl and then immediately tanked for a long time.
Yep, we had one winning season right after the Super Bowl. I think we were 9-7, 8-8, something like that. So I don't know, man. It's been fun, thanks to C. Griff. I've gotten to go to a couple games.
Oh.
He's like looking around. I'm like, you big dog. I've gotten to go to a couple games, so that's been fun, man. And I think just the excitement around a rookie, Denver has never.
I think we got to fix that phrase. I don't feel like it's just a rookie. There's always rookies. I feel like it's a franchise
Franchise quarterback rookie.
Yeah.
Right? That's he's the franchise, baby.
He's the franchise.
He's
right?
franchise.
I mean, you think about, the original Broncos glory. You think about Elway.
Exactly. But we didn't even draft Elway. The Colts drafted Elway, traded to him. We traded for him immediately, right? I don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure we've never drafted a playoff winning quarterback.
Yeah.
Right. I think Tim Tebow was the last drafted quarterback that we even got into the playoffs with. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So no, man.
John 3:16.
John 3:16, baby. Philippians 4:13. No, I think it's just been fun. I think coming into this season, I'm the type of guy that even though the last 8 seasons I knew we sucked, I still geared up every Sunday.
Still talk shit to every one of the employees, especially John Obrachta, because he's the biggest Broncos hater in all of Colorado.
He's whack. He doesn't even like the Bills. He just hates the Broncos. I'm convinced. I think maybe it's because where we live. I think that people don't even like their own team. They just love to hate my team. But I'm gonna be.
But it's because you're so vocal. Right.
Yeah,
you're a true Broncos man, inside and out.
I bleed it, baby.
Yeah. No, Broncos for me is just embedded in my blood. I don't have a lot of great memories from my childhood. No, I mean, I have a great.
For sure.
I had a good childhood.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, audience, to make it sound like
Sorry,
it was
Mom.
Traumatic. I don't remember a whole lot of things from my childhood. In fact, I don't remember a whole lot of things from basically yesterday and beyond. Right. But I do very vividly remember all the hype that my dad, my brother, and I put around the Broncos.
Sure.
I've never rooted for another team.
Was it a family ordeal every game day?
Every game day, there was always some form of ritual. We all believed wholeheartedly that if we weren't watching, they were going to lose.
100%.
And I still feel that way to this day.
100%.
If I'm not watching, they're going to lose. I got to figure it out.
I'm telling you.
I don't care if we got family stuff. I don't care if we got anything. Whatever it is, we're watching the Broncos.
It's taken. I think me and Lexi have been together 10 years, 10-ish years. And it took her a good 4 to realize that Sundays from September till hopefully February, I'm not doing shit.
They are spoken
They're
for.
booked. They're booked. We're booked. We're booked.
What are you guys doing this weekend?
So,
Broncos.
I mean, this weekend consists of whatever she has planned, minus anything on Sunday.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm booked. And it doesn't matter if the game's at 11 to 2, the day's booked. Because if we win, happy all day, stoked, right? If we lose, day's over. I got work. Might as well just get ready for work. Dude.
Just cash in, go to bed.
Cash in, type in my stats, go to work.
That's funny.
So, no, it's been fun, man. I mean, I think like you said, having Bo Nix, coming into this year, it was kind of one of those pivotal, I guess, changes for me, right? Where it was, we had Sean Payton last year, right? Sean Payton mixing with the Broncos that he didn't create, right? Which is kind of that culture thing, right? It's like you bring in a new boss, right? You bring in a new head coach. It takes a while for the culture to shift. He's got to get his guys. He's got to implement his staff. He's got to implement his game plan, his mentality.
Sean Payton has a specific coaching strategy as well, which did not line up with what he previously inherited. Right?
100%. I mean, you got Drew Brees, who is a slinging, banging, I'm going to throw for 4,000 yards and 45 touchdowns a season, right? And very much, run the play, execute the play, know where my checks are, right? And there's not a lot of off-scripting with Drew Brees. Russell Wilson built his career on the off-script, right? So now you got Bo Nix, easily moldable, brings excitement, Sean Payton's implemented that offense, and now you see Bo Nix starting to get more confident.
That was the thing. Like, if you weren't a true dedicated Broncos, fan, you didn't really understand what was happening last year with the Russell Wilson, Sean Payton thing.
Yep.
Whose fault was it that we sucked so bad? Right?
Well, I don't think you put it on one person. I think you put it on everyone.
I think honestly they were all amazing, but they were operating in individual silos. So you didn't have a full team. You might have 2 people out of 12 on the field at any given time.
100%, right? I mean, because and like you said, I mean, it's just like that. Everybody was trying to play the same song, but we're just at different, keys or chords. I don't know. I don't play music, right?
Different keys, different tempos, different whatever.
Right? Because it's like you look at the stats of Russell Wilson last year, right before he got benched those last 2 games. I think he had 26 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
They were comparable to the
top 10, top 12
GOAT,
in the league.
Mr. Patrick Mahomes. It was neck and neck the whole time, right? But yeah, it just didn't fit.
Just didn't fit. Nothing seemed like it was working. It all looked out of sorts, right? And then you see it this year and how quickly, week by week, you can see the confidence level, the progression, the team understanding what we're trying to do.
That's been my favorite part to watch. Is every game they seem to become more in sync. They seem to be more excited. They seem to just have more. I don't even know what you call it, but they got it.
I don't know what you call it either. Other than, like you said, you can literally feel it. Right?
I loved watching the beginning of the season because I didn't know much about Bo Nix. I wasn't watching college football, whatever, and it was kind of fun to watch him at the beginning of the season make the mistakes he was making. The decisions he was making passing, not placing, not his foot placement wasn't correct, so he wasn't hitting his targets and that kind of stuff. And then you watched it every game, a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. Yeah. That was cool.
That's cool, and I think it all comes from not only learning what he does best, right, but also learning what Cortland Sutton does best and what Javonte does best and what McLaughlin does best and, learning how to play all of that music. Because I think Sean Payton, when he was working for, I forget if it was Fox, the year before he took the Denver job, that was when Russ had that disastrous year with Nathaniel Hackett, right? And they asked, Sean, if you were to go to Denver, ironically enough, he came, right? If you were to go to Denver, what would you do to fix Russ? And he said, I would find the music that Russ likes to play, and I'd grab all the playlists I could and incorporate them into that dance, right? And that's kind of what I see with Bo Nix, is it's like, okay, he's really good at this, he's really good at this. Now we're adding more stuff to make him feel comfortable. And as he gets better, that Browns game that we went to, that pass that he threw down the seam for that 90-yard touchdown.
I've seen that replayed on Instagram 1,000 times since. It was a dot.
Dot, bro. A dot. And it looked like it from our perspective too.
Our perspective was so cool because we watched it release his hand straight forward.
Dude,
I'm hugging Billy.
That's the type of shit that makes the hood go crazy. Me and Christian are jumping around. Johnny's crying in the corner. It was fucking phenomenal.
He's making enemies with everybody in the stands.
I know. Everyone turns around and is making it a point to look at him anytime anything good happened. I loved every minute of it.
All right, I know that the segment is probably longer, so you're gonna have some work to do to minimize and take some shorts out of it. But I want to figure out one thing if we're in sync. Best pickup outside of Bo Nix on the year on 3. Call it out.
Best pickup, so not on the team last year.
Not on the
free
team.
Agent or out of college.
Out of college or free agent. Best pickup on the team. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Vele.
Ooh. That's what I was gonna say.
I heard the V.
That's what I was gonna say, but I always call him Vili.
Yeah.
I messed up. But dude, where did Vele come from?
Who knows?
Where did he play?
He's an absolute ghost. He just popped up one day and just became an all-star.
Mr. Third Down, baby.
Yeah.
Mr. Third Down, baby. So
it's
man,
cool.
it's Broncos. It's Broncos Nation, country, United States, whatever you want to call it, but it's blue and orange around here.
That's right. Broncos until I die.
Broncos till I die, and even after I die.
Yeah. Bury me in my jersey. All right. Well, thank you for coming in, Mr. Resident Broncos expert and best fan in the state. We appreciate you.
We do, baby. Broncos. See y'all in the playoffs. Bills don't want to see that problem. John.
Oh, call it how the playoffs are going to go.
I say Broncos get in wild card. We're going to be the sixth seed. I think we play the Chargers.
Yeah.
Right? I think we play the Chargers. I think the Chargers, if they don't make a wild card, I think they slide up based on their schedule. What I want is Broncos, Bills in Buffalo.
And then we put him
and
down.
then we put him away.
I could dig that. Let's see what
That's
happens.
what I want. So, all right, man. Thank you guys for
Take
having
it
me.
easy. Crop him in.
Should I do a baby? Should I do a baby lion or a mean lion?
Bro.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Take that snippet and plug it in on the little thing.
Rawr. Rawr. That's a Mexican lion.
Morale.
All right, fellas.
Later.